Now I will talk to you about writing a bass melody. Many of the guidelines are the same or similar to the guidelines for writing a soprano melody, but there are some differences and you should make note of these differences. I'm going to share my screen and return to the PowerPoint with you. Writing bass melodies is more difficult for us at this stage because the bass line helps to generate the harmony in the music, and we haven't really had a chance yet to learn much about harmony and harmonic function. Therefore, more of the exercises that we will do in this unit will involve writing soprano lines to go with a given bass line. Nevertheless, it will be useful to work on writing bass lines as well. Here are the guidelines for writing a good bass melody. First of all, and this is, I believe, identical to the guideline for writing a soprano melody, our melodies are either in a major or use a melodic minor scale. So they use the notes te and le descending, la and ti ascending if they're in minor. Of course, if they're in a major key, they'll just use la and ti all the time. Notes from outside these scales do not appear. Melodies will consist only of quarter notes, except that the final note of the melody, which must be on a strong beat, can be a half note or a quarter note. And again, the strong beat would be a downbeat, or in quadruple meter, it could be beat 3. Bass melodies will start on scale degree 1, except that a melody can start on an upbeat or on a pickup note that is scale degree 5, and then go to scale degree 1 on the downbeat. So you could have a melody that starts sol, do, as long as the sol is on the final beat of a measure and we go to do on the downbeat. In the bass, melodies can have a range of more than an octave. Again, be sure that your melody is singable and be sure that it's within the range of an actual human bass singer. Bass melodies can be conjunct, disjunct, that is having leaps, or a combination of conjunct with disjunct motion. In the bass, notes rarely repeat. The octave leaps do to do or sol to sol are much more common than repeating those notes at the unison. Leaps of a seventh are prohibited, as is the leap of an augmented fourth. In the bass, a leap of a diminished fifth is permitted if it's immediately followed by a minor second motion in the opposite direction. Your melody should end on an appropriate harmonic cadence and on a strong beat. Now, if the last chord of your phrase is a tonic chord, the bass melody should go from 5 to 1. Again, it should end sol, do, or maybe sol, do. If the phrase ends on a 5 chord, the bass melody should end do sol, re sol, or fa sol. So you can approach the final scale degree 5 either from scale degree 1 or from scale degree 2 or from scale degree 4. Number 6, in the bass, the leading tone T must resolve to tonic, that is do. So the descent in major do, ti, la, sol is for the time being not going to be possible for us, although in minor we could go do, te, le, sol, using that descending form of the melodic minor scale. In the bass, scale degree 5 also must move in particular ways. The scale degree 5 needs to leap to a tonic or a mediant note, or the scale degree 5 can leap to the leading tone, which then moves directly to scale degree 1. The third possibility is that scale degree 5 repeats, first with a sixth above it, and then with a perfect fifth above it, and then in the bass, that scale degree 5 leaps to scale degree 1. And finally, guideline number 8. It is typical for a bass melody to be more difficult to sing than a soprano melody because it's often more disjunct and it often has a wider range. Still, you should do everything you can attempting to make your bass line singable and making it musical. Those are the guidelines for writing bass melodies, and you'll be given some exercises in class so that you can practice writing bass melodies.